having selected my tartan, how do I choose which pleat style would look best for my new kilt? And Jim Robertson, again, said, what percentage of your customers really know what they want for pleating? What percentage get kilts pleated to the set, stripe, or something exotic like box pleats? And how about ladies' kilted skirts?
Okay, so
it's a big one.
The whole pleats in general.
Yes.
Now, you see the orders come in, whereas I do not. So I don't know what the trends are at this point.
That is fair.
I can make a guess.
For the style, first we'll break them into two: stripe versus set. Like what the pleats look like on the face, and then the secondary will go into the style of pleats. So military pleating, box pleating, knife pleating, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So most people, frankly, don't think about it. Now, if you are a kilt nerd like ourselves, and frankly, if you're watching this, you're probably a kilt nerd too. You know what a pleating to the stripe versus pleating to the set is. You understand these things. For those who don't know, pleating to the stripe is you pick out a dominant stripe in the tartan. So in this tartan that I have on here, let's say I'm looking at this blue stripe right there. I would take the blue stripe there, and that would be my next pleat. So you can't really see it that well on camera. Doesn't matter. Every pleat would have that blue stripe running straight down the center of each stripe. If it's to the set, then the kilt is made when you stack up the pleats in the back so that the pleats stack up to mimic the actual pattern itself of the kilt. Yeah. Every kilt looks fine pleated to the set. Not every kilt, in my opinion, looks good pleated to the stripe. Mm-hmm. And the trick that we use for that is the squint test, or the Christmas tree light test, where you take the pattern and you kind of squint at it. And if anything in particular jumps out at you as an individual stripe, then great, it'll look good pleated to that stripe. If it all kind of blends in harmoniously, then it's probably going to look better pleated to the set.
Yeah. Do you think that definitely means that more complicated tartans are much less likely to look good to the stripe? Like Ogilvy or
probably. Like even Royal Stewart. Do me a favor, Jordan, bring up Royal Stewart tartan there. Royal Stewart has a few things that jump out. That white stripe at the pivot, and then the white and the yellow stripe that kind of are the guards to that red section a little bit. So they do. You can pleat it to the stripe, but in my estimation, it gets a little bit busy. So click on one of those and make it bigger.
And big in it.
There you go. So the white stripe in the center there, in the center of that busy section. Yep, where Jordan's pointing there. The white stripe in the dead center by itself, it looks okay pleated to that. And I've seen some pipe bands pleated to the stripe where they use the white, technically the black threads between the white and the yellow stripe in that guard section. Kind of like what's right beside my head. Well, which direction is it? Oh, it's right beside my head. I can't do this in the mirror. So you can do it, but when you stack them up, it gets very, very, very busy. So in my estimation, Royal Stewart looks better pleated to the set than it does to the stripe.
Yeah.
And now, a quick word from our sponsor, us. If you guys need anything Highlandwear related and you want to support our channel, please go check out our retail store, USAKilts.com. Now, back to the answer. Different types of pleating. So we have knife pleating is what 98, 99% of kilts made today are made knife pleated, meaning all the pleats wrap around you one direction and they have, a depth going the opposite direction. There's also box pleating, which is, a wider face to the pleat, and then there's a Z shape, a backwards Z and S kind of, I don't know. It's tough to describe. I'm having a day.
Yeah.
Box pleating. Oh, there you go. We have the box pleat.
Hey, that looks familiar.
Yes, wonderful. It's nice to have somebody have these things live. So box pleat means that the knife pleats the opposite direction on either side of the face of the pleat. There's a military or a rolled box pleat, which you can see down at the bottom of that example there, where it's a box pleat that goes both directions, but it overlaps itself.
God, that feels like it'd be such a pain.
Oh, you have no freaking idea.
Ridiculous.
Back when we did the Madonna kilts for her 2004 reinvention tour, whatever it was. They got the rolled or the military box pleats, and I didn't know what it was at the time, and I was literally on the phone with with one of their representatives from the dance troupe. And they had already ordered the kilts, already put a deposit down, and then they called and they said, "Hey, I know you're about to start. We want to actually make them like military box plates." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, not a problem. Military box plates, we can do that." And Kelly looks at me from across the shoulders. She's like, "No, no!" It took a lot longer to do it that way.
How many kilts was that?
43.
43.
43 was the magic number. Yep, Madonna got 3, and then 1 for each of the dancers, and 1 for.
The Piper, right?
The Piper, yeah. I think his name was Lawrence Scott. I'm not sure, but really, really, really tall Piper. So, yes. Yes, a lot of freaking pleating. Anyway, I digress. Don't do military box plates. They're horrible. Kilt makers hate them.
So, yeah, I'd say the basic question of which is going to look better, stripe versus set. Like you just said, set is safest. Stripe is fun if you want a little extra flash, like if you want some color to kind of pop out when you're in motion.
Depending on the stripe you pleated to.
Depending on the stripe you've pleated to. What is the difference between all that and cheating the set?
Cheating the set is when you're pleating, when you're pleating to the stripe, you bring this stripe next to the next time that stripe occurs on the pattern. When you're pleating to the set, you take this stripe and you overlap the next time it occurs on the pattern. If you're cheating the set, instead of going, the stripes next to each other, you advance backwards on the set, and you have to make up a new pattern within the pattern. So, from an artistic standpoint, it's more difficult for a kilt maker almost to do that because you have to see a different pattern within the pattern. Versus to the set, you're just advancing on the cloth.
Is there any time that is an aesthetic choice, or is that almost always like if you're using less yardage, so you have less to work with?
You can do it as an aesthetic choice if you want it pleated a particular way. If you're pleating something like Aberdeen, which is a 14-inch set, thank you, Lock Karen, then, or is it 14 or 18? I forget. It's freaking
either
huge.
way, it's massive.
Yes, it's too big. So you would end up with, pleats that are 2 inches wide on an 8-yard kilt, which is not ideal. There's kind of a golden ratio you're looking for. So in an 8-yard kilt, or in a tartan used to make a kilt, you're specifically looking for roughly 7 to 8 inch for a repeat on the pattern. If you have a 5-yard kilt, a 7 to 8 inch repeat, you end up with pleats that are too wide. So in order to keep the pleats at a reasonable width, i.e. about an inch or so, you want to move backwards so they're not quite as deep. Therefore, you do a cheating the set or a reverse set, as we also call it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So, but for basically, if you're not sure, go with the set. If you're in love with, doing that squint test and you love a certain stripe, then go to the stripe.
Agreed.